Let's go over the major pairs anyway and see what they're doing. Let's go to yeah, Benjamin, I just muted your microphone. Let me know if you need to unmute it because there was background noise and this is being recorded as well. If you do need to speak, let me know. All right, let's go into the major pairs then. So we'll go to GU first. And what is GBP USD doing? Let's go here. So for me, when I'm looking at GBP USD, I'm looking at a continuation of a buy. Thing is actually buying. That's moving slow. I'm not trading today because, like I told my VIPs, I believe that they're going to be doing a lot of corrections today, especially after that US news. Does seem like GU is finally breaking out though. But your better position you would have had today on GU was from London session open. It was very low on London session open. It seems like price is holding a level of support around here. Let me do this anyway. It seems like price is holding a level of support around this area here, which makes it great for a continuation of a possible buy. If anything, you're looking to take price up to the last levels of the highs. Obviously, you always use market structure in order to find where your trades are going towards. So I can see that the last level was towards here. So I'm looking at price going to here. Of course, it can break out of this zone and give us, we can already see it's here. So let's just say it's done this pattern, and then we can see something like this, a break, back down, and a continuation up, of course, going towards maybe this level up here. It wants to go up. So I'm looking at GU doing a continuation. If not, then it'll break this level right about here. So this is what we're looking at, it not breaking. We do not want it to break here. But like I said, I'm not in the market today, especially because they did that. It was quite a ferocious stop hunt, to be fair. So a stop hunt of that type of caliber could mean that they're going to start to initiate a good trend. Of course, they do stuff like that to get all the traders out of the market. But like I said, usually Monday, Fridays are very slow. They can use those days to create confusion. It doesn't mean that there can't be good trades in there. If you check the mentorship pip count, you see those huge trades that came in on that day in terms of mentorship, in terms of trend continuations. But yeah, they can use them for stop hunts. So you have to be careful, especially when you start trading with more leverage, more money in your account, stuff like that. So that's my idea of GU at the moment anyway. Has anybody got, just keep that there for now. Has anybody got any questions? Let's just see people in here now. Like I said, I know it's very early, so I completely understand if people are not around at work, but I have a spare hour before I have to go and do something for my mum. So I said, I will give everybody a Q&A. Cool. We'll go into another major anyway, whilst we wait. We'll go to EU. Let's see what EU is doing. I know everyone's trading the majors. So when it comes to EU, this is how I have a set strategy what I teach in mentorship anyway, but this is what I do when I go through the pairs as well. I go through the pairs and we'll be talking about them to see what's possibly going to happen. So people ask me questions. So when it comes to Euro USD, we can clearly see here that the market seems to be finding some type of support level here. So, but another thing we can see is that this is a level where the market has broke out, come back to this level. Of course, we can see the market's holding structure here. But my main thing when it comes to Euro USD and why I'm skeptical about this trade is this candle right here. This candle right here is what they like to call a propulsion candle. I have explained this in Zoom calls before that I have even given out for free as well, when the market does a huge candle like this, I've said it in YouTube as well, the market tends to go back around and want to cover this. Some traders will be aware of that. And this is why I said that today could possibly be a correction for all types of trades like this. So I'm just gonna any microphones that are open. So if anyone wants to talk, please let me know. I'll just mute your microphone so it doesn't come through, because this is recorded. I don't want it to ruin the audio for the traders that want to learn. And let me just close this off with Discord quickly. Okay, yeah, so this is my concern when it comes to something like Euro USD. Usually they come and clear any of these propulsion candles because they're huge breakouts, basically. Usually you are looking at candles with no wick towards the bottom or no wick towards the top, and that is like the correct idea of a propulsion candle, meaning that there was no decision to go the opposite direction. The only decision from the banks was just to push price in one clear straight momentum. So they've put a huge order in there. That's literally a candle showing you that there was a huge order placed in here by the banks or some type of hedge funds or something like that. It was just a huge order from a big player in the market. So like I said, I'm expecting them to probably come back down towards this level at some point before we do see price continuing for buy. It doesn't have to, of course, it can keep buying up, but this is what makes it sketchy for me to say, okay, I'm going to look for a continuation of a buy on this pair, even though we can clearly see that the market is buying. So if we was to go here, we can clearly see that the market can buy up higher towards these levels here. But again, this is the only thing that makes it sketchy for me. So I'm like, I would personally rather it clears this liquidity and then look for a continuation of a buy. So I wouldn't put myself in that. It was most of the Euro pairs that did do that. So it's something to watch. Anybody got any questions, as we got some more people in here at the moment and we got questions? Whilst I wait, if you've got any Forex questions, please let me know. It's time to get them out now. Even if you've got questions about my services or anything like that, let me know. Let me know. Everybody's quiet in here. Everybody must be making bank off of Forex. Somebody give me a strategy then. You must be making bank. Nobody's asking anything at the moment. You guys are all rich. It's good. It's good. All right, cool. Let me close this and go back to it. If you got any questions, please put them there. If not, I'm just going to go and do some chart analysis over the major pairs. So we've done EU. Let's go to AU now. There's AU. So we are going to go to AU. And AU didn't do that spike up. Very nice level for a continuation of a buy here. The market stopped yesterday around here. Well, to be fair, in Asian session, it's the 4-hour chart, not daily. So we can see a nice level of a buy zone from this area, because we can, of course, see that price has bought off this level before. Right here, we see prices bought off this level before, so there is a nice idea of a buy zone. Like I said, you can see the propulsion candles that I was talking about before. Look at this massive push down. Price has covered it up to this level, broke out of this level, but pulled back into this zone. So now that it's pulled back into this zone, if price holds itself here, so if you was coming into London session now at the moment or something like that, you'd have been in a position where you'd have been like, okay, I can see that price right here. Yeah, is holding value around this area, especially coming into London open. So again, you would have had this marked out from pretty much around Asia session. And if you was looking at levels in the market, it's just basic support and resistance, as you can clearly see. Then you would be looking at a possible reversal of this pattern here. Of course, the best thing to understand though when you're looking at these things is trend. I do teach things like that in depth, more in mentorship and stuff like that as well. But you would be looking at straight away here that a possible reversal and a buy. It doesn't mean that it can do a long-term one, but it can do good enough. What gives it a nice confluence of where it might go to a level like here is if we go into like the daily time frame. Here we go, and this is what I have again showing you on YouTube, so I have no problem showing it here. Price likes to go for wicks, so we can see that there's a huge wick left behind here. So price could decide to now buy back up and cover this liquidity, because that's what they do. Liquidity is wicks again. I'm sure there's people that will be joining the Zoom and stuff like that that are aware of this. So that's what price likes to do. So price could go back and cover this area, because that's what I said, corrections in the market seems like they're doing because of whatever they did yesterday was a very impulsive move. We saw from gold, we saw from the Dow, we saw it was a majority of USD pairs basically. But again, you could have been looking for a buy trade today in this pair here. Any questions, people? Anything at all? You can also type questions. You don't have to have your microphone open. You can type any questions right here in the chat, and then I'll answer them for you. If you've got any questions on scalping, on risk management, like, let me know. If you've got anything on long-term trading, psychology, let me know. Don't be shy, people. AU. Then we're going to go to USDCHF. Let's go check that pair. USDCHF. Let's check what this is doing. Okay, so when we go into USDCHF, again, we can see that there's a clear level of support around this zone. So when you're coming into this week or today, when did this week start? This week started from, pardon me, sorry. This week started from Monday. Was the 7th, yeah. So yeah, when the market was coming into this level, okay, so you had your first tap to this zone at this area, but then you've seen through the whole week that price is not breaking this zone. So as soon as you've seen like maybe a day worth of support around this area, you can put yourself in a position where you're like, okay, if price is holding this level around here, so we'd say here, then we could possibly be seeing a continuation of a trend in here, or if anything, at least a pull back up to where, of course, we know previous market structure, which would be over here. So we could be seeing that. So we can see right now price hasn't actually hit this level. So we can see a possible continuation on this. If you was in the market from any of these days, you would have had to hold it. There was a lot of pairs that did this, that you had to hold for weeks to, sorry, for days this week. And we could be seeing a continuation up to here. So you would have had about an 84 pip trade. And then if you wanted to play it really sniper guy or sniper girl, you'd had like a 15 pip stop loss. So that would have been a crazy trade for you if you wanted to take it like that. I never usually do that. I make my stop losses bigger. I just can't be bothered most of the time with getting stopped out for something very silly. There can be one little decision and they just stop you out of the market. So most times I make my stop losses bigger. Any questions, people? Any questions? I think it's all. Let's go to JPY. JPY. So I can just see the chat there. Sorry, the chat just popped up there. Boom, boom, boom. What is your take on GBP CHF? Sorry about that. The chat was in a down corner. I didn't see nothing pop up, but the chat was open, so I couldn't see it saying 1 or 2 or 3 with messages. Sorry, so I'll go through them now. Okay. What is your take on GBP CHF? It was already given out to Neo users, which are using the Trinity indication for alerts. Trinity is it is an indicator, but the alerts are going to the Neo users for the beta testing, free for the whole month of February. Right now, I did explain to them that I was looking at buys in this. It's already touched pretty much a level right here. So go, if you're looking at a longer term buy, then you're looking at price getting up towards this level here, around about here. But we can already see that price is very close to here. So this was a trade that was given out to the users. It was given out to the, like I said, the Trinity users, which is the Neo users, yesterday, and we could see what happened with price here. Price was respecting this area here. It would have been nice for price to come back to this area one more time for a better trade, but we can see again as price from the beginning of this week has been respecting this whole zone and hasn't broken through. So right now you're looking at price going towards here. If you do see price break out of this level, then what you are ideally looking for is price to break out of this level, and then you want it to come back to this level, consolidate around this level a little bit, give you a W formation, might be a day or two, and then a continuation of a trade up to there. If it does reject off this level, then you're expecting price to go down. As we can see previously here, this is obviously a huge level in the market where the market had sold before. So if it doesn't break this level right here, then you're looking at market going down. That's GBP CHF. Pay attention to what you're seeing on the opens of sessions. That is the most important thing, because the majority of the times when they open up the sessions is when they're going to do the big moves or the reversals off of key levels. So be very vigilant on the open and close of sessions, actually. So, okay. Go to the other question. My thoughts on the Dow is that the Dow is going to buy long term. That's what I'm looking at the moment because of the correction on, sorry, the big sales it's been doing lately. It's going to go into a long-term buy. I do have a chart up here. This is one of my, I believe it's my VIP chart, is it? No, it's not this one. It's on NAS, but that's cool. But yeah, I'll just give you an understanding of what I'm seeing. So what I'm seeing on the Dow right now is this. So we zoom out, we can obviously see that there was a huge sell that took place here. Right now the Dow is even on a good buy zone if you look at it. So if we go over to this level right here, we can see that there's a level right here in the market that was been respected. So you're looking to see if the Dow is going to respect itself off of this level here again. You could be seeing, and this is what I said to my VIPs as well, you could be seeing, of course, prices pulled back down to this level, and then you could be seeing a continuation of this level. If we look at it in all fairness, now when we're looking at it like this is kind of looking like a W pattern right here. So let's just say there was possibly an M coming in here, and then we could see one leg, and then this could be a second leg of a W going up. But of course, you're looking at price holding itself on this level right here. If you don't see price hold itself on this level, then obviously you put yourself in a situation because it'll break through. But it's not bad though, because as I explained to them, is that even if you're looking at entering trades like this, you've got to understand risk management when it comes to trading as well. And this is why you don't need to win every trade. People need to stop being obsessed with trying to win so many trades, that even if you get stopped out here, your stop loss can be so short on this one. Yeah, but then look at your risk on this one. So all you do is lower. You can put higher leverage if you want to, but we're looking at like an 8.4 risk to reward ratio trade, which is crazy. So even if you lose this trade, if it does pull back down to here, then you'll get another entry down here. But you're going to eventually catch that long-term buy, because the Dow and stuff like that is just exactly like cryptos. We're aware of this. This is what it does. You know, it's going to buy and sell long term. And I tell people all the time, if you go over to the monthly time frame, it doesn't really make sense to not buy this pair, because just look at it. It's only been buying. So whenever it pulls back to a key level, look for a new entry of a buy. And if you get the first one wrong, second one wrong, it doesn't matter, because your risk to reward is going to be so high, it's just going to make sense for you. Oh, yep. And they actually did buy GU today. Nice. Profits. Good. All right, cool. So close this. Boom. So yeah, so that's what you're looking for the Dow, by the way. Anybody got any other questions? Let me check my trades quickly. Whilst I wait to see. No question. Right. Good. Just checking my trades right now. Seems like GBP CHF is buying out as well right now. Seems like it's breaking out for the pre-New York session open. That's good. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, cool. Just check my trades. It's a big candle that GU is doing right now, boy. Check that question. No problem at all. Anybody got any questions? Anything at all? USD. For that breakout. Wow. Again, it's going to cover the liquidity of yesterday. This is why it's moving so ferocious. There was a liquidity yesterday, boom. But you see what it's doing here. It's a funny game when it does this because it's chasing this liquidity, but left liquidity here. So yeah, it can go here, but at the same time, at some point, it's going to have to come back and clear this. But we can see there's a lot of liquidity here, and even up here. So they could finally be going for it. There was an idea that they was going to do a huge move today, but I didn't want to risk it personally because I'm trading heavy leverage on this account. So I just never traded that account with it. I've got another account where it's a smaller position, but my main idea was that after they did that move yesterday, there was a few times that they tried to take people out of this trade. So there was a good chance that they could break this level. But again, you could have very tight stop loss on this trade. So you just have to play with it. But they either buy it or they don't, or they sell it. So it's one of those. Didn't get to make the huge money I wanted to make this week. I waited all week for that trade as well. Annoying. For that final proper breakout. I managed to catch this one though, but I wanted the proper long-term breakout. Okay, so what do we got here? We got any questions, people? Anything at all? Let's go back to another major. All the majors are probably breaking out right now. USD JPY. Let's go check that. USD JPY. USD JPY. What we're seeing here. Price is extremely high. Hasn't gone all the way to this level up here. Actually, it's gone very close. So yeah, it's gone very close. Let me see here. Okay, so right now you're looking at price respecting this level if it wants to. Wow, this is a huge breakout. Get that waiting long. Okay, cool. Even if we go to a 15-minute chart, it's a nice sell. Okay, now it's pushing down now. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. Anyway, so we can obviously see that the market has found itself some type of resistance here when we go to USD JPY. What we're looking at now, I would say that if you're looking at a TP level, if it is going to continue to sell, then you are looking at price going towards around this level here for a continuation of the size. You can see this is where it bought off of. So you're looking at price going today if it does want to continue to sell. Let's see something else. Yep. It's pretty high though, USD JPY, isn't it? Yeah, it's very high. This pair is going to sell a lot of pips very soon. It's definitely going to sell a lot of pips. It's gearing up for it. But I don't think it'll be this entry here personally. I think that most likely you might be seeing an entry in this next week if it is going to sell longer term. But even for today, you had one more push up to this level. So if you were entering the market today, then you would have been in the understanding. Let's go to like the hourly chart. Boom, boom, boom. You can see, so coming into London session, what do? They touch this level. They touch this level exactly. So if you did want to get into a trade, then, and this is for the scalpers out there, you would have been in a trade like this. As soon as they touch this level, boom, you've seen a rejection off of that level, especially on an hourly candle. give yourself like a 20 pip stop loss, and then you're looking for 40 pips back down. Pretty much gave you that. Well, to be fair, no, your entry would have been here, so no. So it would have been safer if you just put it above this level. Of course, you could have a bigger stop loss, but then you would have to be looking for more pips. The trend is extremely bullish, so you'd have to be careful. So personally, I would say that if you want to be very careful, I would give myself about 25 pip stop loss. You would have got in on this candle here, and then you'd be looking for 50 pips on this pair. So you'd have been looking for about 50 pips. And to be fair, it gave you straight away, it gave you 43 pips. So most likely you would have been out of this trade, and that's how you would scalp in theory. I'm not saying it can't go again, because obviously this was a London, this was yesterday, sorry, not today, my bad. I was looking at the dates, I'm confusing myself with dates. So this was yesterday. So on yesterday's reversal, you would have seen it got to that level. Ironic with that though, they used the news, hit that level, reversed it. So you would have known around that period that if they fail to break this level with news, then we could be looking at a reversal, and that's how you could have caught that sell going down there. And of course, you can see that now they're not even breaking above this level. So if we was to do this, obviously we're looking for 50 pips in this. Now you could see that by this time, they've given you even a trend line. So you can see here by 4 a.m., now you've got a trend line, you've got a doji candle, and then a reversal. So you could have put this here by 4, or waking up into London session and looking to see if price respects this level. So if you was even going for another scalp trade, now you put yourself here, but you have to be careful here because they could go and tap that level one more time as well, or break it. So you'd have said, okay, I'm going to put myself here, stop loss for about 25 pips. And again, you would have been looking for 50 pips in this trade, about there. So this is what you'd have been looking for if you was looking for some type of entry in this pair. Got any questions, people? Any questions? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We're here to learn. Let's go. Any questions? Let me know. Other pair. It's just CAD. Any questions, anybody? Go to the 4-hour chart. Everybody should be. No, not yet. Maybe later on, maybe a couple more years into the game for me. I would say I'm 3 years into the game now. So like I said, I'm very honest with how long I've been trading. I just spend loads of time trading, literally. So in terms of getting to the knowledge and the place where I'm at. So where most people probably only spend an hour, 2 hours a day, obviously I get everybody's circumstances are different. I managed to put in at one point 15 to 20 hours a day. I was literally going seriously that crazy with trading, especially during lockdown. So I managed to put myself in a position, like I said, I went through so many different strategies, so many different things, and got myself into an understanding of trading. So I was like doing it 4 times, 5 times the speed of trying to learn how things go and stuff like that. So probably another 2 years or something like that, maybe. So I'll do it. We'll see how it goes. I just want to be more of a veteran trader at that point when I'm doing, you know, big seminars and stuff like that, or at least decent sized seminars. USD CAD, of course, you can see that there's levels here. There's levels here. There's levels here. Yeah, so we've got a level here as well at the same time. So we can see that price right now is in a range. It didn't go back up to this level. If you was looking for a sell, I would have said that it's better to go up to that level. But then when it got down to this level here, you can see that this is some type of level where the market has bought from before. So you would have been looking for a buy here, possibly in this pair. Again, you have to be careful. It's better to always go with the trend. The trend is looking bullish at the moment, though, as we can see it push up, and it's failed to break it this time. So yeah, I would have been looking for a buy in this pair more than a sell, and it would have been right here.
Czemu zjadasz? Zupkę też musisz zjeść, pamiętaj. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, let me just mute this 1 second. Someone's mic is open. There we go. Okay. Yep. Close the mic. Okay. Yeah. So did it give any signals? Okay, Neo didn't give any signals out today. There was obviously a signal from Trinity, 2 signals from Trinity yesterday, which was about 150 pips. When it comes into Neo again is a confluence of indications that come together, or there's so many different confluences that come together, basically. So, and I've even had to factor in things like news releases that might come out, so it reads for that as well. It's just so many things that come together, basically, which give you a possible entry for a break and a retest. Neo is an indicator that's based on the higher time frames. So you're looking at being in trades that can give you the possibility of long-term swings. And when I say long-term swings, it could still be like minimum a week, and then we could be going into 3 to 4. Yeah, I'd say minimum a week and up to 4 weeks, if not longer. It just depends on the setups for trade. So I'll give you an example of one. So where was one? Where was a Neo trade? You can see that the USDs are selling here. Let me just check this quickly. You see the scalp join. Yep, so this is almost going towards that 50 pip region. So what was a Neo trade? Okay, yeah, GBP USD was a Neo trade. Here we go. This is even better. So we had an entry for GBP USD. Was it here? Okay, now this was going into December, so it wasn't this one. Let's give you even better one. Which one was it? GCHF? GCHF was one. Here we go. I'm sure this was one. Yeah. So here's a perfect example. So Neo gave you an entry on GBP CHF around this time here. Yeah. So even though our take profit level was, I think it was either here or here. Yeah, our take profit level, overall take profit level. Now we can see how much it bought. And we literally had an entry, I kid you not, from probably around about somewhere like here. And then look how many pips it did go, but look how long it took. So it went about 400 pips and took about 30 days. So you can kind of start to get to see the understanding of what I'm talking about in terms of these Neo trades. Now, not all of them are going to give you this straight away, because you've got to understand, no matter what you're trading, if it's Neo or anything, swing trading is a long-term game. It's a patient person's game, and it's a long-term game. Or of course, it takes you away from being at the screen every single time. This is why you don't get 20 trades a week coming through on Neo and all stuff like this. You might get between 5 and 10 trades a month on Neo, because and that's on a medium month. On a low month, which we've seen now coming into January, there was trades, but the entries unfortunately weren't good. I'll go over that after in a second. But it's just, yeah, it's just been a little bit quiet. Obviously we're still in February now, so we'll see if more appear. But again, you can see how long you'd be holding these trades for and how much they can make. But you have to understand that it's also good for you. Let's say you have a $10,000 account, let's just say now, and if you're being realistic with your leverage on this account, again, people are not looking at trading as long-term, and they're not looking at trading as an investment portfolio. And that's where a lot of people go wrong in trading. They keep trying to make this money that can pay for them like a job. And it's not that it can't do that, but you need your account to be compounded to a certain amount for it to do that comfortably. So when they first come into the game, you know, they've put 2,000-3,000, and then they'll over leverage and expect every single trade to win if they go to signals, if they trade themselves, if they try and learn from someone, and that's not the reality of it. So again, you're in a position, and why I'm explaining this is that even here you would have took partial profits, but look what happened. It still pulled the market all the way back down to your entry and gave another entry. So even though we did have an entry around here, there was still another entry here. This is how traders lose when it comes to double tops, double bottoms sometimes. Of course, it held the market, which was great, but this was like a 4 times it did the top and the bottom. So you can't only just trade those alone sometimes. And again, if you took your partial profits out here and still had your stop loss here, you work out your maths that even if it stops me out, yeah, maybe you brought your stop loss in, even if it stops me out, I still took X amount of partial profits here, so I can hold the trade longer. Now, this is something traders have to be aware of when they're trading. Do you understand? So I'm still in the, when it comes to me, I'm still in the you know, thoughts of trying to maybe make it an EA. So it just automatically, even more than, it's like it sort of takes the trades for you, and then takes the profits and all stuff like that for you as well. I'm in the thoughts of that, but at the same time, I might not do it, because obviously it's just in terms of extra work. I'm not trying to put too much extra work into my own trading. So Yeah, it's that type of thing where you've got to just have your knowledge of risk management. Neo is cool. It's no problem. Give you great trade setups. You know, literally, it can with throughout the year, you will get more profitable trades than you have losing trades with Neo. I've back tested, you know, the life out of it. But the problem that you will have for beginner traders only, and you know, sadly, if you're not the greatest with your maths in terms of stuff, so you got to work out your maths for you to be able to catch a 400 pip trade. The market is not always going to move 400 pips in one direction with just a click of a finger. It's not going to do that. It takes a lot of money for the market to move this much. So again, this is what Neo does give you. If you're able to be patient and you're good with your maths in terms of, you know, at least understanding, I tell people as well, like take partial profits. You know, a TP level would have been here. Of course, I do try and tell people, but then you would have been able to hold this trade for X amount of pips. So that's an explanation of what Neo is. Now, when we go into bad periods of Neo, so this is great. So in terms of being able to explain this to people, so you're going to get sometimes where there's bad periods in any type of trading. And what I want people traders to see, so one of the trades that lost in Neo in January, and it had two losers, one break even, basically. Yeah. Now we can see this pair here. So GBP New Zealand, it's probably got lots of wicks because of the broker I'm on. So you have to bear with me. So when was it? Yeah, it was here. So GBP New Zealand, of course, Neo is a long-term trading system that's supposed to catch you trades that are obviously extremely overbought or oversold and catch you re-entry for these pairs in a good time period. Yeah. But now the problem that we have here is that whenever they want to just literally manipulate the market, and this is what I was trying to explain to one of the users of Neo as well at the time, they will use fundamentals to manipulate the market the majority of the time. They'll use it to manipulate the market against what the obvious technical analysis biases more than they'll put it in the direction of the technical analysis. It doesn't mean they can't push it. Oh, it's on a support level, it should buy. If news comes in, it buys. Doesn't mean it can't do that at all. Like even like I said, the USD is buying now. There's probably some USD news that's about to come out. That's what could be happening. It could stop hump when the news hits. But if they want to, they will use fundamentals to manipulate the life out of the market. So, and when you can tell this is when they bring price back into your zone of where maybe you've got an indication where you would have sold before or something like that. So let's just say we go over to like the daily time frame here. And in general, people would say, okay, here's a clear example of this. So this is a basic retail trader would do this. So we'll say, okay, it's gone to this level before. Yeah. And we're expecting, okay, even broke this level and now it's starting to sell. Yep, great. So it's time for me to get in and start trading this pair. Okay, when they do this, it's obviously a fake out because now look what they did here. So from this whole period in January, instead of them just moving the market to where they needed to, they pushed the market how many pips? So this was about 500 pips in the wrong direction. That is what you call manipulation. They literally almost did manipulation for 2 weeks. But why did they do that manipulation for 2 weeks? Again, listen to what I'm telling you here. They were holding price on a lot of pairs. And I go through all these pairs all the time. My students are aware of this. Yeah, like I'm literally going through these pairs. Now what they've done, yeah, is they waited all the way to NFP Friday for price to hit an extreme high. And then they've pushed it down. So the market can manipulate itself for weeks on end. People need to be aware of this before they get to a decision which they want to obviously put out there. And all they were waiting for is an NFP news release to reverse this pair, basically. And it still hasn't reversed all the way, but we can see it's getting weaker right now. Do you understand? And this is the most it's probably got weak in time, if we look at it. So there was 2 here. So even going back here, so in February, so this is almost 2 months later before you're seeing 3 red candles on a daily time frame. Do you get where I'm coming from? So of course, there's the issues like that can happen in the market. It can happen. So that's what basically happened in January. There was a lot of manipulation. If you go over majority of pairs, any of the pairs literally just, and we're not even talking about small breakouts. They were huge breakouts. They just knew what they were doing because they were bringing back the big players into the market coming into February. That's how I've seen it from other things that I'm aware of when I look at it. And yeah, they just stopped everybody out. Trust me, it's not the only system. I've seen other YouTubers and stuff like that. Lost money, man. No, it's not that people didn't make money. Don't get me wrong. Of course, you can make money any day. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people lose money, stuff like that. So yeah, it happens, man. Exactly. The Euro pairs did a madness. Yeah, the Euro pairs did a madness NFP weekend. There you go. Like when we go over to it. So let's go here. So this is something. Please, if you've got any questions, people, I see there's people in here. I haven't got too much longer on the Zoom because I've got to go take my mum somewhere. Please let me know so I can answer these questions. Don't be shy. So if we go over to the euro pair, again, we're seeing pushes. We can see the pushes that it did last week. So if we look at it here, let's go here to the 4-hour chart. Let's see that. Huge push, huge. So again, look at the fake out. So this was one of the pairs that was winning on Neo as well. And you can see straight away, look at what they did here. All of them, look how they all kicked in 2 weeks prior. So again, there was probably a fundamental news. I know one of them that did the last push, the devil's push, yeah, which is this push here. This was FOMC, the news release. I believe that's it, if I'm correct. That is the news release that happened here, which pushed it one more time to just literally demolish anybody's account that was trying to go long on these same levels that went long before. Boom, push you all the way out. But then as soon as it starts coming into the next week and goes into NFP week, starting from here, look at it. Then when NFP releases, boom, before even NFP, I think this was even Thursday, look at that. So again, you can see how they're making decisions based on fundamentals. And a lot of the time it'll go against you before it goes with you. And that's what happens. So yeah, it's why it just happens. But one of them that was good, really good, was I think it was Euro CAD and Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Yeah, Euro JPY was good. Disrespected. This was a trade I gave out yesterday from here with the SELs. So everybody should have been in profit from this trade. It was like 50 to 100 pips, pretty much. That was a free trade given out in the SEL section of Charlie and Chocolate Factory. You can see right here. So you can see right here. So for other users, they have, obviously people won't be able to see this, but obviously I'm the owner of the group, so I can see the thing. So there's a whole SEL section here where there's more of these trades. I even show you. There's nothing for me to hide there. You can see here. So now in this one, you're getting every single trade. So you're getting indices as well. You can see the nice moves that indices did lately. You're getting gold as well in here. You're getting all of the currency pairs. So there's like 18 different pairs. So instead of there just being free in the paid group, there's 18 of these that I do release. I try to do them 3 to 5 times a week. And what will help you in this more than anything, this is what can help you. So I tell people, if you trade the SELs, trade them with market structure. Don't just look at, oh, John put a chart there, buy here or sell here if it breaks there. Come on, do a little bit more due diligence if you are going to trade these pairs. And I know majority of people that will be watching this and stuff like that, they're aware of how to trade with market structure, but they might not just have great entry sometimes. I get it. It's the game, you know, that's how it goes. But if you go over to the pip count now, and we go over to pip count here, all of these trades here, pay attention to when they break out. This is what you do. So look at, and this is not just for SELs, this is just for trading in general. This is why I did the pip count. The pip count is not for me to say, oh, look at the fancy amount of pips I've caught. No, the pip count here is from my data collection to see how much the market is moving. So I'm aware that, follow me here, people, as well for a second. Yeah. So we go to the 8th. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we go to the 8th. So I can see that here, the market didn't really do nothing because some pairs hit BE, some pairs hit stop loss. And then we had like not that much pips. You can even see straight away, 350 pips, yeah? 335 pips, sorry. But then here we could see, okay, now it started to break out. So it started to move a little bit, but still not too much. We can even see there's not a lot of pairs. But now we can see by here, boom, now we see straight away, okay, now the market's breaking out. It's told me straight away, market's breaking out now. So I'm aware that on this day, you was looking for your best setups on this day, basically here. And then now when we go to this one, we can see that the best trading day out of all the days this week was clearly Thursday. So this is when I saw a huge breakout like this. This is my main reason to why I said, hey, I'm not trading today, because all the pairs have done all of this movement pretty much. We can see the pip count is huge. Yeah. Why am I going to be looking for trades now today when they could be compressing the market? Long story short, you get where I'm coming from. So again, just a little bit of, you know, mentorship advice for people, that if you can see from the pip count here, remember, this is for everybody to see that the market's compressed, then, and it hasn't done a huge breakout yet. Yeah, you could be looking for setups, but if you've seen that the market's been compressed, if it's done a breakout, then be careful, because they could just be doing corrections basically in terms of trades. No problem, my friend. Anybody else got any questions? again, this is what I do in my mentorship Zoom as well. I'll go through the pairs usually. I'd go through a lot of the pairs 3 to 5 times as well a week. I'll do Zooms just before London session. I do a bigger Zoom on Sunday where I go through every single pair and break down every single pair and what we could be expecting from them. Of course, people pick their selected pairs. Nobody's going to trade everything based on the strategy I teach as well in mentorship. We have a set amount of pairs marked out, so they'll all have their different tabs beside them. There'll be a tab for pairs we're waiting to get into position. There'll be a tab for pairs we're literally waiting for a trigger to appear. And there'll be a tab for trades that we should be in already and they should be moving, basically. So that's what literally I do. And then we'll keep checking those pairs every single day just to see their movement and everything. And if we have missed entry or anything like that. So that's why sometimes you see me being able to post testimonials, and I put mentorship, and the other students in the mentorship section as well will be able to put testimonials in this area here. You can see, because these are trades that we would have been waiting on for certain things. So like here, you can see this is a trade we was waiting on. This was Neo, and this was the Trinity setup yesterday that I was talking about, the pairs. So everybody got this first thing in the morning, came through in Telegram to them as a actual chart as well. So still obviously looking for the best ways to get the trades to people. And you can see this is even from the SEL trade here. So I'm giving out so many different ways of how people can make money. I'm just trying to push it for 2022. You know what I mean? You can see here, these are mentorship trades that we're giving out. So again, these are from the Zooms where I'm talking in the Zooms, explaining that, look, this is what we're waiting for. This is what we're waiting on, etc. And traders are just able to be away from the Zoom and then set themselves up with alerts and stuff like that. And then when they come back to the chart, they just know what they're looking for, or at least have a better idea of what they're looking for in terms of an entry. And I kid you not, like, I'll be so brutally honest with you, more times than not, these trades are winning. You're never going to get a perfect run. In January, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect for mentorship trades. It wasn't perfect for Neo. It just showed you it wasn't perfect. But then coming back into February now, boom, everyone starts making money again. So is there someone trying to answer the question? Basic score. Raise the ticket. Sorry, somebody said this Discord question. I'm not too sure how to answer that. It said, but of basic, would you mean RE Discord? How do you raise a ticket? I'm not too sure what you mean about that, by the way. Is it Jay Facey? If you can retype that question or let me understand. So are you trying to speak? Your microphone's open at the moment. Are you trying to speak?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was just I haven't used Discord before.
Okay,
and a couple of things saying, oh, raise ticket. So yeah, that's just the basics of how do you raise a ticket.
Oh, I'm not too sure. You might have to go on YouTube for stuff like that, because whatever it's saying, just go on YouTube and probably figure it out. Someone will probably say, oh, this is what you do if there's an issue. But I've never had that issue before with raising a ticket or anything like that. So I couldn't answer that. I do apologize.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody got anything to do with Forex as well or anything like that? Even other things, if you know, throw it out there. Maybe you think, oh, maybe John knows this. Throw it out there if you want. It's cool. Let's go and check some crypto. So I'll give you some secrets, some source with the cryptos right now. Where we're going to. So let me close this. So BTC, USD. Let's go over to Coinbase. So I've pretty much marked out my cryptos. I was giving all of the mentorship students. Let's go over to the weekly chart even. So I've got all my levels marked out of crypto. Boom, boom, boom. You can see, take the game serious. I gave all of the mentorship students advice on levels of where to look for potential re-entries. It's so much better to trade cryptos if you understand market structure and you're a Forex trader. By the way, there is a lot of people, let's call them like retail crypto traders. I don't know what the word is for them, because I'm not in the crypto game as much as other people may be. I'm more obviously into Forex, as you can see. but we can see clear levels in the market where the market can buy back from. So everybody got scared basically. And if you check every app, it said we're in, you know, extreme panic and fear in terms of traders that are into cryptos. Of course, they're in a position where, pardon me, they've seen the market go down so much. It went down like 45% or something like that. It's crazy. And everybody that obviously got in here and, you know, caught the dip, they caught it. They obviously got scared and was thinking that it's not going to go back up. Now, of course, I told people, and this is what I suggest if you have a crypto portfolio, the best thing to do is obviously understand your market structure and understand your levels in the market, just like you would with a currency pair. Again, this is very basic information here. This is not anything that's like, oh, this is secret in terms of market structure and checking support and resistance. But what you need to do is that look at it this way. Now, this is where you put psychology into it and you understand it's an investment portfolio, your crypto account. So, okay, let's just say you was crap at crypto and you got in at this level here. You wasn't the best. Yeah, got in right here. And it started to sell all the way back down. A lot of people started screaming. It started to sell. Cool. That's not a problem. You put money in here when you think it might break out and continue. That's all right. Now you're negative. You put more money when it got to this level here. That's cool. It pulled down a little bit more. Then you put more money when you got here. So what happens is that when you get into a position when the market's going up, it's not going to go down forever. We know this. This is not what crypto do. What crypto does do, just like currency pairs and anything, it's got to go down. It's got to buy back up. It's got to pull back. They've got to pull back because they need to go and collect the money. This is what they do. When they do these pullbacks, for them to go collect the money and then buy it back at a good price again. If you're using like Fibonacci levels, that's based on prices. So it's like, oh, this is a great price to buy price back up from. So even if it was to draw for a fib here, where is my Fibonacci? I wonder what level this is. So even if we go to, let's go, even go to this swing here. Yep. Raise ourselves up here and see what level this is. Yeah, I thought so. I was about to say it's the 50%. So you can see here, look where it's got to the 50% region right now in the fib. So basically, they've sold it down from 100%, and now everyone can pretty much buy cryptos back up from 50% off. So why are they going to keep buying it at a high price and it's just rubbish to buy into? Everyone that's a big player in this is now being able to buy it for a lot cheaper for them to make money. So everybody that understands crypto and understands how they bank their money, banking money, just like you're taking profits in Forex. Doesn't matter if you use Coinbase, doesn't matter if you use MT4 to trade it, treat it like you're trading Forex. Use that idea. Yeah. And then when you're in a position like that, now you can see that you would have banked your money when it went back up to this level again, because what? It's at your level, your TP level based on market structure. But people that just using applications with numbers and not checking their charts because they're not aware of technical analysis. A lot of people keep using too much fundamentals with crypto and not understanding if you spend the time to do technical analysis, or if at least you're a Forex trader, it's going to be better for you because you're like, okay, yeah, boom, it's at this level here. What am I going to do now? I'm going to take my profits. Take your money, take your money. Yeah, you take your money out, your profits, and then you leave your investment in there, of course. So even if it pulls back here, it's just pulling into your investment. And then all you would have done is put a little bit more of your investment money at this level, a little bit more of your investment money at this level, a little bit more of your investment money, maybe when it came to here, or you would have kept this one. And now you're just waiting for it to continue. Even if it goes down some more, remember, I'm not telling you to put all your money in there and slam everything back. No, you took profits, you put more investment money because you need to go buy houses. You need to go buy, you know, commercial properties, sell, flip, everything, do something else with your money. So use a percentage of your investment here. Yep. And then again, if it goes down to this level here, as we can see, boom, then you do the same thing again. But the market is going to go back, and all that's going to happen is you're going to be in a position that when it goes back up to this level here, you take off more profits again, and then you keep your position down here, or you can keep this one, and whichever ones you want to, because you might see that once it gets to this level now finally, because this is the big break. When it breaks this level, it's going to go boom, it's going to skyrocket. We're waiting on a fundamental event, and this is recorded for everyone to see. We are waiting on a fundamental event, and when it gets to this level and wants to break it, it's not going to break it small, it's going to break it huge, because this level is obviously a huge level of interest in the market. So they're not going to do a ridiculousness. So all the MT4 traders are going to try to sell it again. Yeah? I'm telling you, when it breaks this level once and for all and wants to probably push towards 80K, it's going to be huge, not small. So yeah, again, that's what you're looking to do in terms of crypto. So I hope that might answer anybody's questions. You can see SHIB's doing the same thing, Ethereum's doing the same thing as well. So use the idea of technical analysis with whatever fundamental analysis you do use with crypto. Again, I'm not a huge crypto trader, but I've been studying the crypto charts for a long time. It does the same thing. It literally does the same thing in terms of, obviously it buys a lot stronger, but does the same things in terms of you being able to see levels of where you should be taking money out on Coinbase or MT4 and where you should be looking to reinvest your money. And it's kind of very simple. It's actually easier to trade than Forex as well. It's actually funny. But again, it's a long-term game. People want short-term instant results, so it makes it difficult for them to do what I'm explaining. But if you do see this as, you know, this is my kid's future, this is my family's future, you will be able to make a lot of money, because within 10 to 20 years, especially with metaverse kicking in now, this is going to go through the roof, man. I'm telling you. So if you're getting in now, you change your life in 10 to 20 years. Just remember, Big John said that. You change your life, man. Thanks a lot. Can you look at NAS 100? Yeah, of course I can, mate. No problem. If anyone else has got any questions, please hit me up quickly. I've got to go soon, so please get me in there. If there's enough demand, I'll probably do a Zoom again later on in the evening for everyone anyway. So if you want to get back in later on, I'll do one in the evening. So here,
sorry,
yeah, go on, my friend.
Sorry, John. Jennifer again here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you actually do the copy trading as well?
Not at the moment.
A different person.
Yeah, not at the moment. No, I don't do copy trading based on what I trade or anything like that. I don't do anything. Right now, I teach people more than anything. Obviously, to try and make independent traders as well as people. But it might be something in future that I'll do. That's what I said. So I don't do it right now.
Okay, because I originally, because I don't have time to trade every day. Thinking to myself, I'll do probably copy trading, then whatever money that makes, I use that to pay for the mentorship and just do it at a more slower pace. Sorry. But I was sure, you know, is that what your students are doing, or do they just go for you know, either they're active or inactive sort of thing?
Okay, so I'll get into NAS 100 for you. Let me go over NAS 100. I'll quickly go into that one after, so because that's a bigger question there. We'll go into NAS 100 first, and then I'll definitely answer your question. That's no problem at all. Yeah, because somebody did ask it in the chat. So for NAS 100, we can clearly see that the price has been again in a long-term uptrend. When we're going to NAS 100, this was based on a YouTube video as well. I said how you should be trading indices. You know, this is for people with basic knowledge of Forex. Rather, obviously, if you know how to trade better, you can go into lower time frames, scalp it, and do all of that stuff. But if you just want to be very basic with trading these indices and stuff like that, look for the higher time frame. Yeah, what it's doing. The trend is a buy. Now, all you want to do is look for pullbacks, just like cryptos. It's not much different from cryptos. You see, here was a level. So here, what I was saying is, don't worry too much about all of these lines below here. Just pay attention to what I'm showing you here, because that was, like I said, that was based on how long term you would have been successful from trading this, all those levels. Yeah. So now we can see that what did the market do? And this is what I was telling my students. Look, the market went up to this level, pulled all the way back. So I was telling anybody that you could look for a buy here, but if you get stopped out here, then what you're doing, you're looking for another buy around this zone here. Again, this was marked out from a YouTube video even. Yeah. Then you're looking there, and then you would have gotten your buy. So I was telling people that, and if it broke this level here, then I said, okay, then you're looking for another buy further down a bit more. But if you lost all these trades, the point of what I'm saying here is you could have used an extremely tight stop loss. So, but again, because it buys long term, your risk to reward is insane compared to what could happen here. So even if you lost 1, 2, 3, 4, by the time you win, you're winning so much more than you've ever lost. It doesn't really matter. But lucky enough, it went off from the second one. So again, what I'm looking for is a continuation of a buy on this pair. I wouldn't be looking for another like tight stop loss entry until it goes back down to this level. If it doesn't and it holds this weight, then I'm expecting for it to continue. I gave everybody in mentorship this trade from this level here after it failed this one. So the first trade would have been a loss. Yep. And then the second trade here would have been a win, and you would have been holding it. You would have taken partial profits. You would have put a break even, and you'd still be holding this for a continuation. If you're a more risky trader, you'd be adding another position in here when it's on this level, looking for the buy. The sell that we saw yesterday could just be a fake out to take traders out for a continuation. So again, you would have been holding a smaller leverage here, tight stop loss, to see what happens maybe underneath this wick here, and then seeing if you could have got a second position in for another additional swing trade. But when they they do take this, we know with the indices, they go up to the top and break out all the highs, basically. They just keep going. So again, very powerful stuff there. So hopefully that answers your question with NAS 100. I'm looking at a continuation of a buy from this level, or for it to go back down to this level here. So 13,942, it might go back down there, or a continuation from 14500. Yeah, cool. So hopefully that answers that. So now in terms of the mentorship question, and what people usually do, what people do is that they go to, let's just go to a clean chart, because this chart, it's got a lot of stuff on there, man. We'll go to gold. It's got a lot of stuff. But again, I just haven't cleared it from the YouTube video, so we go to gold anyway. So what I was saying is that when we go to, when it's the mentorship, what people usually do is they take the basic mentorship level, yeah, which is bronze. They'll take that level, 50 GBP a month, yeah. And what they do is they stay in there for a period of time so they can learn stuff. It doesn't mean you have to be at your chart every day trying to learn this information. The Zooms are recorded for at least 24 hours. So if you work, you're in a position where you can come back home from work and watch the Zooms that we spoke about in a day so you can learn. And you're also in a position where you have access to be able to speak to me on a daily basis. A lot of people that are in the mentorship, they're not full-time traders. They work full-time jobs and they're learning how to trade, obviously, on the side as well. So you're in a position where I always tell people you should be looking at mentorship and you should be staying in there between 3 to 6 months, if not longer, because then you're in a position where look at it as a business expenditure, basically. It's a sunk cost, because you're right now trading is your business, yeah? And the mentorship is just an expenditure, like the electricity out of the business. But the amount of value you're going to learn, you can already see from what I'm explaining in this Zoom right now, and this is 10% of what I go through over a period of 5 days or a month in my mentorship. You're going to learn so much more value and information that even if you feel like you can't trade, you're going to be able to learn how to trade better. And if anything, even if you still don't have the time to trade, you're going to be in a position that it's like you're going to know how to protect your trades when you're in trades. That's the best thing, because copy trading is good, don't get me wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, it's a service, but again, it's a service that you'd only be able to use for the amount of time that that person is able to give that service out. Do you get what I mean? Literally. Yeah. So now you're in a position that if you learn as well, I'm not saying that you can't use it for 2 years, 3, you can. People are very successful from copy trading signals. You know, I would never shun myself to it and say, oh, don't do it. It's perfectly fine. But again, at the same period, if you want to look for 10 years into this game, 20 years to make money from trading, without a doubt, it's the most best thing to do is to learn how to trade as well during a period of time. And again, for what I'm offering compared to the price, it's actually ridiculous. I tell people most times that you can already see from the free trades I'm giving out in the Discord right now to what I give out, the information in there. It's just crazy. I can't even talk about it enough. I always say if everybody in the general group just came into mentorship, they'd be like, oh, wow, okay. I don't understand what I was doing here. Like that same 50 GBP you'll give to the market within a month, and the amount of information you would have learned in compared to giving that to the market, it's just, there's not a price for it. I can't lie to you. So that's just what it is.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have 10 years because I'm 60. So, you know, and I'm just sort of like, I'm just sort of like learning, but so 10 years time I'll probably be in a home or something.
But, no. You're going to be healthy and fit, doing track and field. Healthy and fit.
Okay. Well, as long as it gives encouragement to all the youths, put it that way. But yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks for offering the Zoom today. I just managed to catch it and I enjoyed it. So I hope to talk to you in the future.
Okay, yeah, definitely. On more quiet Fridays, I'll probably do more Zooms like this as well if I've not got too much to do on the day, because I was literally just waiting to go take my mum to a meeting, so I've got to be leaving now. So yeah, pretty much on that note, if there's no other questions, then I'm going to leave it there. And I might do another one in the evening, so everybody just be aware of that, please, if they are in here, just for everybody else. It might be some of the same things I go over, but again, it's just for people that, of course, are busy during the day. I completely understand. It's, you know, beginning of the day, Friday, basically, people fully at work and whatnot. So yeah, I hope everybody loved it. Just a quick explanation on what gold's doing for everybody out there. Gold right now is in a massive consolidation range. As we can see, it's just ranging here. I am not looking to take gold because I swing trade gold. I know a lot of people like to buy, scalp, and all that stuff with gold. No problem with that. But to save myself the headache and blown accounts, I just look for gold to get to extreme levels, and then I look for trades. So right now, unless gold goes up to this level up here or higher, I'm not looking for a sell. If it goes down here or any lower than that, then I'll be looking for a buy. I don't trade, as it says here, the middle. Not doing it, not with gold anyway. Too much headache. Yeah, so that's what gold is like. I know people love gold. They're probably thinking, what am I doing? No problem at all, people. So hopefully I answered everyone's question. This one is recorded. It's going to go on YouTube. And then if I do another one in the evening, it'll be there as well for people to be able to watch. So at least they've got something over the weekend to just, you know, go back and check. So all right then, people, I'm going to leave you there. I don't want to be late for mummy's meeting. That's, you know, not good. So I'll see you there, people. I'll take care of you, yeah? And don't worry, I'll be back later on.